I was diagnosed with severe anxiety. After dealing with it for a while, I had to actually consult a psychologist. The reason would always be something that you really, truly, deeply care about. I wanted somebody from outside, somebody who does not know me. The biggest advice that that person gave me, there were a couple of things he told me which I'm going to share with you. Hi everyone, my name is Alina Reis and I'm going to share something very personal about myself, something that happened in my life in the last 3-4 years, and I feel is going to be helpful for you. So let's get started. First of all, let me share a little background of where I'm going to start with. I was diagnosed with severe anxiety. I know you probably would not believe that about me because I'm always happy and smiling on the camera. I can for sure say that I am in a happy place right now. But 3 to 4 years ago, I was not. I was dealing with a lot of stuff, and as I always say that there's this song, दुनिया में इतना गम है मेरा गम कितना कम है. So I do agree to that. No matter how sad you are, there is always someone who's going to be more sad than you. So, but we've got to deal with our troubles, right? We can't deal with other people's troubles. I actually was facing some great deal of anxiety, and to an extent that after dealing with it for a while, I had to actually consult a psychologist. So I didn't go to a psychiatrist, I went to a psychologist. Okay, there's a difference between these two people. You generally face anxiety for either some reason or you face it for no reason. Okay, now that is how I would partition it, I would divide it. Now there may be problems going on with you in your life and you have anxiety because of that. That was my case. Okay, and then there may be a general anxiety that goes on with human beings, something that Buddha talks about, that people are generally restless. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about that because I have zero knowledge about it. My anxiety had reasons. The reason would always be something that you really, truly, deeply care about. Either you care about someone, or you care about your financial problems, or you are facing some parental issues, or you have something to do with your health. In my case, I don't really want to reveal the details of it, what was going on, but there were a bunch of relationships which were quite entangled, and they were not working out. Things were they were difficult to manage. Too many expectations, too many things to look into, too many people looking up to you. And yes, of course, I have made a couple of videos on this topic. I was into financial difficulties too. You can check those videos out. So this was something that was going on with my life, and I was dealing with it for almost 2 years, and I came to a point where I could not handle it any longer. I really needed some outside support. So what I did, I'll tell you my thing, what I did. I paid some, I don't remember the amount because this is some 2 or 3 years ago, 250 or 300 rupees I paid on this application. Trust me, this is an absolutely non-sponsored video, but I actually used Practo. I booked an appointment with a psychologist. Because it seemed very feasible, it seemed very cheap to pay a couple of hundreds just to get an unbiased opinion. When you talk to people who know you, there is always a bias involved, and you feel a little shy opening up to those people. That was my problem. I did not want to discuss my insecurities with people who already knew me. I didn't want to open up to my friends. I didn't want to talk to my mother. I didn't want to talk to my soon-to-be husband. No, I didn't want to discuss it with most of those people. I wanted somebody from outside, somebody who does not know me. And that is why I approached this doctor. This was a lady doctor. I purposely picked a woman because I felt that a woman would be able to understand my problem easily. And that was just my opinion. You may differ. So I called her up and we talked for 15-20 minutes, and it felt such a relief. I cried on the call. I'm telling you, that was just one phone call we had, and I was supposed to go and visit her, pay her a visit to her clinic, but I didn't really go because she was a little far away from my place. So I decided to meet some other doctor face to face. Now, why did I meet that doctor face to face? The reason is that when I took this phone call, I felt that it really helped me. It did, and it felt like a relief. I felt good after taking that call, and she pacified my stuff, and she helped me, she understood me, she heard me, and it just felt good that I could open up to someone and that person is not judging me. It just felt nice. And that phone call happened, and then she asked me to come to her clinic, and I didn't go because I just told you the reason. The distance was a problem. So I found out a doctor dealing with similar problems in my own vicinity, and I met him. He had some very good reviews on the application, and I met him. And that meeting went on for what, 1.5 or maybe 2 hours. It went really well. I was getting a little disturbed because of his phone. Now I realize that I should have asked him to keep his phone away. If that happens with you, ask your doctor to keep the phone away. Please do that, okay? I didn't do it. Until date, I regret it. The conversation was very good. He understood me very well. I had to really pay him some good chunk of money, and at that point of time it did feel like a pinch to my pocket, but I still had to manage because it was more important than a Levi's jeans or a Ritu Kumar kurti. It was more important than that. So I remember I paid him 4,000 rupees for 1 hour of discussion. 4,000 is a big deal, by the way. I mean, it still is a big deal for me. And 3 years ago, it was a major deal. But I had to talk to him. I didn't care about the money at that point. We talked and we tried to sort things out. And I'm telling you, after coming out from that meeting, there was a massive change. I could see myself happy. Although it didn't last for very long, I'll tell you that too. So I felt very light. I felt happy. I felt normal. I felt that this is something that happens with people. Okay, I'm not abnormal. Nothing is wrong with me. Okay, this can be sorted out. This can be worked out. The biggest advice that person gave me, there were a couple of things he told me, which I'm going to share with you. He asked me if I work out. I said, I walk. I like walking. I can walk for 10 kilometers at a stretch. I can easily do that. I don't feel tired doing that. So I told him that I walk. He said, this is not your age to walk. You should run. So he asked me to start running. The next day onwards, I started to run. And in the beginning, it felt really difficult, but within 2 or 3 months, I could run for 2 kilometers at a stretch, which was a major deal for me in the beginning. 2 kilometers seemed impossible. I could run for 2 kilometers without stopping. No, not possible. But it actually happened. Now I don't run. I gave up that habit. It was a very good habit, but COVID happened and then you can't run in your own home. So then second thing that he asked me was a very good advice, and I still practice it somehow. He knew the problem because I told him. He said, park the problem. Keep it away for 3 months. Don't touch it. That is what he told me. He said, your mind is going through some real stress, and if you do not manage this, you may end up becoming a patient of depression. If you don't want that to happen, you must stop bothering about what you're bothering about the most right now. He asked me to not discuss the problem or think about it or talk about it or even ponder over it for the next 3 months. Okay? Just keep it away for 3 months. The next question that might pop into your head is, did you do that? No. Human mind is not designed to have an on and off switch. On and an off switch. You can't completely shut things out. You're not a computer that you will disconnect your wire and you're done. No, it doesn't work that way. It required work. It took time. Whenever I used to start bothering about the same problem again, I was reminded about what he told me. And I was reminded that I'm not supposed to discuss this topic or take it up for the next 3 months. And it helped me. Eventually, I could not do it. It took me a while before I could start doing that. And within, I don't know how many days or months, of course, you don't keep a measure of everything real time, right? So I don't know when and how it happened, but I parked my problem for almost a year. I just kept it away for a year. And I can happily say that today that problem is no more there. Can't tell you how much I was stressed about it. There are a few people who know about it, but most of you don't. So I am so relieved. Today I'm so relieved, and I'm so grateful that I actually decided on taking my problem seriously. What's going on with you is that you are, first of all, you must understand that expectations are the main cause behind all your worries. You are worried because you want to be somewhere where you are not right now, either in case of your relationship or in case of your job or some other thing, something, maybe your health. Probably you want to lose weight and you're unable to. Probably you want to marry your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you're unable to. Probably your mom and dad are not happy with you. Probably you don't have as much savings as you intended on having at this particular age. Anything could be a reason for your issues. Now this is what I want you to understand. Expectations are okay. They are normal. You're human beings, you're bound to have expectations. But you must understand that you can't stop living. You've got to live along with working on your issues. You can't stop working on them. At the same time, you can't stop living your life. Keeping all your happiness away for a while, that okay, till my 30, till my 40, I'm going to work, I'm going to earn, and I'm going to gather money, and after that I'm going to enjoy. And what if COVID takes someone away? Then what? You can't wait for your happiness. You've got to live today. You've got to enjoy this day today. And if there's any lesson that I've learned out of my COVID, I went through COVID 2 or 3 months ago. This is the thing that I've learned the most. You've got to live today, because you do not know if you have a day 15 days from now or 10 days from now. You don't know. You don't know. So it's good that you're alive. And let me tell you one thing. Anxiety, I believe, leads to a hell lot of creativity. When you're anxious about something, that means you care about something deeply, right? And when you're anxious about it, you really want to put in concrete efforts towards improving that situation. And that is where creativity comes up. My YouTube channel was started out of anxiety. I started this channel because I needed to connect with people, because I wanted to open up. I wanted people to hear my voice. I wanted to bring out my creativity. There was so much talent hidden inside me, and I did not understand what to do with it. How can I reach out to masses? Anxiety, the doctor also told me that, he said that either somebody is creative. No, wait, let me think. He said, he asked me, are you a good artist? I said yes, because I paint. I have sold my paintings. And then he knew that I'm a CA. So of course, if I'm a CA, I'm also good with numbers. I'm also good with studies. Good with that part too. He said, most of the times, there is some fundamental of left-sided brain and right-sided brain. One side handles the creative, the artistic thing, and the other side handles the intelligent and the number and numerical stuff and that kind of intelligence. So you have both kind of intelligence, and most people have either this side stronger or that side stronger. I'm so bad at explaining this, but yeah, this is what he told me. He said, as I can see, since you paint well and you are good with drawing and stuff, you have a creative bent. At the same time, you're a CA. So you have a very intelligent, that kind of bent too. The numerical intelligence, that kind of intelligence too. So what he meant was that since as much as I can understand from what you're telling me, I fathom you to be an intelligent person. and your intelligence is, of course, a boon for you. It's a blessing for you, but at the same time, it is a curse for you. It is a blessing and it is a curse. You think too much. You're thinking too much. It is killing your happiness. You're always worried. You have stopped looking at the good things about your life. You're always worrying about the things that you don't have. He made me realize, no psychologist will ever tell you something that you don't already know. They are people. They are human beings. They are not God. They are human beings. They are not God. So they will always tell you something that you're already aware of. None of it is going to be a breakthrough. No, none of it. They will only repeat the things that you already know, and something will hit your heart. Something will hit you here. And you will know, okay, this is something that I'm doing wrong. And that is the day you will start working on it. And the day that happens, your life is going to change. It's so much on you. It's not your age, to bother so much about the things. Live your life. We live in a country that is so abundantly populated that we are always competing with the others. We are always looking into the flaws of the others. We are always looking into the achievements of the others. We have somewhere forgotten to appreciate ourselves. We've forgotten what all good we've done. We've forgotten that we are a good person. Sometimes just being a good human being is enough. You don't need to be a doctor or an engineer or a hi-fi paid senior management employee somewhere. You can just be a simple good human being, and that is a good enough quality to appreciate about yourself. That is all that I'll say in the end, and I'm going to end this video. It went long enough. I did not want this video to lengthen so much, but it has. But anyway, no problem. I'll see you again soon. I hope your answers have been delivered to you. I'll be back with another nice video. Please take care of yourself, and if you are facing any issues, write to me in the comments. I will read the comments of this video. Okay, bye.